Hey, this is Mike Faber. I'm the host of the Earth Station 1 podcast. You can find us at esopodcast.com. Not long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces to play Dungeons & Dragons. Inspired by boredom and equipment with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes ventured forth to explore strange new lands. So gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers to join us on a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, a D&D podcast.
Thank you to Mike Faber for doing the intro for our show tonight. I wanted to give Mike an extra special shout out because he actually let me do a little bit of a pitch and plug on his show Earth Station 1 that just came out this week to promote the Kickstarter for my comic book Lycan Solomon's Odyssey. So I just wanted to say big thank you to him for letting me do that. Everybody who's listening out there, head on over to Earth Station 1. My plug is on the Doom Patrol episode that just dropped on the 17th of September 2021. Speaking of Kickstarters, if you haven't already checked out the Kickstarter, please head over to www.hiveheadstudios.com and check that out. As it currently stands, there are 2 weeks left to go in the campaign, and we are less than $1,000 away from making my weird, crazy dream a reality. It's pretty crazy. Everybody go out there, because if we get past 100%, then we start to work on the stretch goals, which everybody gets access to. So head over to www.hiveheadstudios.com so you can check out the Kickstarter for Lycan Solomon's Odyssey. And at the very least, even if you don't have the money to spend, if you just recommend it to a friend, somebody likes comic books or werewolves or mythology or folklore or any of that stuff, feel free to recommend it. Even if you tell one friend, I am super appreciative of that. Previously on Botched.
We threw a corpse from a moving bus into the creek.
Jenny was a leg of mine, so come on. Let's do a shot. Jenny, let's do a shot.
Daddy's running into the woods, and there's a plane flying right at us, so I guess I'm running into the woods, too.
All right, welcome back, listeners, to the third episode of our sixth season. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are going to start where we left off last time, as a fucking plane is coming! Currently, Charlie Benson, Jeff Schindel-Decker, and Ben Benson are all running for the woods as a plane is coming straight at the highway.
A plane be coming.
I see that plane a-coming around the bend.
Coming real fast.
So I want everybody to roll an athletics check to see if they could like to either jump or run or whatever it is to be as far away as possible.
16 on the die.
Cool.
17.
Okay.
9?
It's not great.
It's not.
You sort of like stumble a bit. You're not going to get like a big jump. The rest of you guys, you run and jump. So the plane is coming in at an angle, and one of the wings hits the highway first, which just causes this chain reaction, and then the plane hits in the more towards the side of the highway where your car was located, and it's still about 100 yards away, but it hits super hard and fast. There's a big fireball. It's taking out all the cars on the highway, and everything is flying around, exploding. Anybody on the highway is just engulfed in this fireball as it's rolling up the highway towards where your truck was located. And it just goes on by. But, let's see here.
Reminds me of how John was a fireball when he wrote the Book of God.
All right there, Jeff. Sure.
Jeff, while you're reminiscing about God and all that stuff, you are going to get basically blasted towards your compatriots with some fiery explosions.
I hear explosions.
He only talk about God now that he's so close to death.
Yeah.
I hear explosions that push you are very survivable.
Yes. So you are going to take 12 damage
Jeff's out.
as you are just thrown forwards.
That's just from the explosion, right?
The
Not
explosion
the
and the
internal
heat.
bleeding.
Yeah, okay. So but his corpse is just ragdolled toward these trees?
Yeah. So it ragdolls. I mean, he's just crumpled up into a ball.
Wait.
Just boom, boom, boom.
Wait, I have a question.
Sure.
Are they going to have to pry the rifle from my cold, dead hands?
Roll deck save to see if you held onto the rifle before you ragdolled.
I got a 10.
It's right on the line, so let's go with the old high-low.
Oh, right. All right. Well, lightning don't strike twice, so...
I'm assuming you want to hold on to it.
Oh, yes. I'd choose high.
It immediately leaves your hand.
Does it go off?
Oh, it depends on how old that gun is.
Yes, it does. It does go off, but not in the way you're thinking. The heat causes the bullets in the chamber to explode,
Oh, shit.
and the gun is fucked. That one
sucks.
is, anyways. So, but that explodes, luckily right after it left your hand. So you don't take any additional damage, but your gun is broken up and just fucked.
Well, that
So, yeah.
sucks.
For the rest of you guys, Ben and Charlie, you had run much faster than old Jeff had, and Jeff's limp, crumpled up body just sort of
not
skids
old.
to a halt. I said, whatever. Crumples up in front of you guys, just skids to a halt.
But is he taking damage? Is he's
No. I just included all this together.
Stop trying to kill your son-in-law.
Hey, my son-in-law.
But seriously, how dead is he?
F-250.
Couldn't afford a 350 like a man.
I mean, that's normally what we give away.
It's my truck, so, keep going. Keep going, motherfucker.
I've been telling you this for goddamn years. Drive a real truck, Charlie.
Hey, buy a real truck with your own damn money and let's see.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do, Charlie. As the authority
Charlie's gonna
figure.
run to Jeff.
And then curb stomp him.
Okay.
No, not
Are you
curb.
curb
Gee,
stomping him?
I'm not curb stomping him. I'm gonna go check on him and make sure.
There's a
he's-
raging inferno behind you guys, by the way.
Yeah.
There's wreckage all over the place, some not too far away from where you guys are. There are dead bodies strewn about, pieces of car all over the place. It is a hellscape behind you guys.
Kind of
And
looks
then
like
some
an
woods in
airplane
front of you.
crashed near us.
Exactly, into a whole
Okay.
bunch of cars and people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I ask a question? Illuminati lizard that lives inside my brain?
Yes.
Great. Now, what kind of season are we having down here in Georgia? Is it a dry season where these woods would ignite from the high heat from the jet fuel?
No, actually, Hurricane Moosh had just gone through, so it's,
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty good.
It's good and damp.
Good.
Plus,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a little
damp.
marshy and swampy right there
Praise the
anyway.
moosh.
so.
Yeah, it wasn't a very intense hurricane. Just lots of rain to make things nice and mooshy. So it's great. So it's,
better
it's
than-
quite damp.
If we can, like, as a group, never let Jenna know that watching a moose, that would be my favorite thing.
Does she not know?
No, she doesn't
No,
live in the
I don't
moose
Oh, that's
know.
right. She wasn't in the moosh house.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
keep that from her.
Oh God, it's a sex thing, isn't it?
No, it is not a sex thing.
All right.
Charlie, get that out of your goddamn brains.
I mean, you
I
guys don't know what I
refuse.
did to the moosh while you weren't looking.
Well,
Not eat it. I can tell you that.
we saw
I'm
that
glad
there
I
was
don't
no
know what
holes.
it is now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
he
rubbed
mooshed it back.
He mushed
I
it back
mooshed
and
it back.
forth.
Yeah, I mooshed it back and
I
forth.
moosh my moosh back and forth. I moosh my moosh,
Moosh
back and forth.
This joke is for 5 people.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And they're in
They're
the
all in
chat.
chat.
They're all 5 of them are in the chat. Nah, God King's not here.
So yeah, so it's pretty moist out. Very swampy at the moment. So
Motherfucker.
you don't have to worry about the woods catching on fire.
Now,
All right.
did Jeff's eye, like, hit a rock or anything?
Can you not? Can you
No.
not?
He's laying in a puddle,
Okay, good.
face up,
Oh, thank God.
face up.
Thank God.
I'm gonna run to
Yeah.
Jeff.
Okay. He looks pretty fucked up.
Is he dead though? Can I see if he's
No, he's just he's not breathing right now.
I think a death roll is in favor right now.
Sure,
off.
give me a death roll.
Got a 16.
Okay, one in the posit.
Cool.
So yeah, so you can try and resuscitate him.
dead? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right, roll me a medicine check.
The medicine. Oh God.
Really stabilized me,
Oh,
right?
that's a 4.
Oh.
You're sort of blowing air into his nose. It's not really working. You're just into his nostrils. Nothing doing.
I'm gonna
Daddy, I
show
need
up.
your Narcan right now.
I'm gonna show up. Just put my gun to the forehead of Jeff.
Okay.
It's what Jeff would have done.
You want me to do a medicine check?
I pull my
Charlie?
gun and point it at my father's head.
Yeah, how's Ben doing with the bite wound, by the way?
He's not doing great. His gun's a little shaky. He's very pale.
I might
Talking
be
to a
bitten,
lizard
but
in his brain.
Talking to a lizard in his brain. Don't worry about them.
I never have.
So he's pointing at Jeff and I'm pointing at him.
Sure, we got a standoff.
We got
kinda.
a Georgian standoff.
Yeah.
Father-in-law, daughter, and then father.
What?
Son
Father-in-law,
in law.
daughter.
But not even really.
Father.
He's his own daddy.
You're a little cloudy-headed
He's
from the
his
bite,
own
loss
daddy.
of blood, and
Yeah.
lack of meth. Got it. Okay.
I only got one Narcan left, Charlie.
Roll me another death
And I
save.
need it now.
Got a 10.
One in the negative. One
That's
and one.
two.
Wait,
Yeah,
no.
that's two in the negative.
10
You
is
rolled a
positive.
16. No. It doesn't hurt anything if she fucks
Wait.
up.
Oh,
One,
okay.
two,
Unless she
three.
botches. It just doesn't help.
Shit,
Why you-
10 is
why-
negative. Son of a
Why
bitch.
you need this man Jeff in your life, Charlie?
I need you to make a decision right now because it's either him or it's you.
I mean, in what sense?
I pull the trigger.
Okay. Roll to attack.
She's point blank on me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 19 on the die.
What kind of gun is it?
Colt 1911.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking canoe.
Roll me a d10.
Okay.
Just one?
Well, you are point blank. Roll me 2d10.
Oh, Jesus. You're fucked.
Plus Dex.
Plus dex, yeah. You're quite proficient, so don't worry about that.
So 16. 17?
Where did you have it pointing? Just his
At his
chest?
head.
His
At his
head?
head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it literally blows his head, not all the way off, but like his head is a canoe. The middle part of it just boom. His
As-
face is gone.
As somebody told me this week at DragonCon, right between the eyes is the best place to hold a gun if you're going to do that.
Okay. So his head
Sorry,
just goes, and he limply falls to the ground.
I check his pockets for Narcan.
That's a high-low.
Should I save while she's checking?
High or low?
Low.
So you reach into his pocket, find... What's Narcan, by the way?
It's
for
for
like a little
heroin.
nasal
Like,
It's
Spray.
the anti-heroin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's
you-
going to help
you
me.
s- you
I don't
see
know,
that-
but it might.
You see the little nasal spray thing of Narcan, but it's empty.
I got a 16 for my next check.
Okay.
Two pause,
two
one
and
neg.
All right. Oh God. I'm gonna try and revive him again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank God. Okay. That's a 20.
Yeah. So you remember all of a sudden. Oh yeah, CPR is a thing that they made us sit through in logging class or whatever. So you start doing the whole chest compression, blowing in the mouth.
She flashbacks to the video that they played
Yeah,
us. Should
exactly.
a log hit your partner in the head and he ain't breathing, be sure to do compressions like so.
And then breathe into his mouth, not his nose holes. To which, yeah, Jeff breaks out. Jeff, you turn and look, and your father-in-law, or soon-to-be father-in-law, he's very dead. His head is
Holy
X.
Did the,
his ex, soon-to-be father-in-law,
my ex, her dad,
sure, exploded.
I love the whole family.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Did the plane get him?
Yes. Just grab him and pull him up.
I look over to the highway. Is everything's on fire?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Jet fuel can melt steel.
Get
Oh
in
my
the
god!
woods.
Steel beans.
Oh my
Push him.
god! Babe, how am I feeling, voice and head?
You're not feeling great. Your insides hurt a lot. You have trouble breathing. You're very dizzy. You're not having a great time.
We still going to Cartersville, sweetie?
We're getting away from the fire right now, but we're going
right.
somewhere.
I guess I can crawl up this bank
Okay.
into the woods.
All right. So yeah, you can head into the woods if you will.
I'm gonna follow you, baby.
So yeah. So you guys just trundle on into the woods as everything burns in inferno behind you. You don't even see anybody nearby. There's no calamity currently in terms of like people running around. That burning wreckage goes for quite a while, and you can't see what's past that. But there are no people in these woods that you can see right now, so seems safe-ish.
I feel like I'm.
All right.
She's supporting me. I'm like leaning a little on her. We're limping through the woods,
Georgia.
and we're keeping the highway on our left.
Oh yeah, you're definitely limping. You have some busted internal bones. Probably some ribs.
I'll take where she lead me. Don't leave me, baby.
I'm not leaving you. We're going to try and go south toward Cartersville.
Okay. So you guys head south through the woods together towards where you believe Cartersville is. And as you guys are moving through the woods, that's where we're going to transition into our next part of the story, which will be Mike Feaster and Mr. Peeber.
All right, Jenny, I got the stove on. What's up?
You just see my leg? It's gone. It's off.
No, it's right there.
I see it's right there, but I'm bleeding. I'm fucking dying here.
Yeah, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna take some butcher's twine off the line, and I'm gonna tie your leg up.
Get a big pan and get it hot.
I turned the flat top on. The flat top's on.
What does that mean?
It's a big hot piece of steel.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
All right.
It is where you
getting
cook
really dizzy.
everything: scrapples, bacons, eggs,
I'm really not cool with the dog
pancakes.
talking.
I'm not even here. I'm in the other room, trying to cut up a zombie with a knife.
All right. I'm gonna try to lift her leg onto the flat top like she asked.
The cut off one?
Yeah, the stump.
Okay, the stump. Okay. Strength to pick her up, to place her onto
14?
a flat top? Yeah, I mean, she's much
She's
lighter
a high
now.
school student.
She's much lighter now, so.
All right.
She was a figure skater and going to states.
Not
Yeah.
no
She
more.
had aspirations to
going
become an
places.
Olympian.
Yeah, so you pick her up and you just plop her down right on the hot plate and
I'm
you
sure
can.
she won't scream alerting the zombies.
She might pass out immediately.
She does not pass out immediately, but she
Oh, boy.
definitely does scream bloody
you
murder.
bitch. You
As
bitch.
you can smell in your nose the smell of burning human flesh, and you can hear it bubbling and crisping and sizzling.
I'm going
It's
to do
on
a
this
medicine
hot
check
plate.
to know how long I should hold that on there for cauterization.
Sure. Yeah.
So then here's my question to you.
I got it too.
As that's going on in the kitchen, does the entity that I'm with out in the dining room turn focus and start making their way?
It was until it heard the scream.
No. What I'm
So
saying.
yes.
So yes. So
Yeah.
it was. Once the scream happened, it changed focus onto that and started making their way in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to run by the Achilles tendons of this entity and cut them.
Dex attack.
Good boy, Mr. Peebers. I'm Mr. Feaster.
That was a critical one.
Okay.
Oh, we're not doing great, Mr. Peebers.
I've never tried to cut or kill a man in my life.
Okay.
No.
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 So,
Too
Mr.
soon,
Peebers,
Mr. Peebers.
you sort of do like a quick turnaround real fast.
No.
And you're like, you got the shot lined up because it's running towards the door, and you're pretty sure you got it. But your old eyes aren't what they used to be because it's been a long 6 years.
No.
And you take off running, scurrying. But it's like hardwood floors, so it's a little slippery.
He even
And
had
you
a beer
slip-
this morning. He should be
and
fine.
you're slip-slopping around, and the knife actually flies out of your mouth.
No.
And it actually gets stuck in like it slides around and gets stuck in a little bit of a hole in the floor. And the knife blade just happens to be pointing right at you. And you slide into this boning knife, and it just cuts you right along the side of your head, all the way, basically 3/4 of the way through your body. Feaster, you hear a loud shrieking noise. Yeah. As Mr. Peebers is very dead.
I let go of Jenny. I gotta go
Roll a
help Mr. Peebers.
96.
Back to back. That scared me.
And And right after that, the door flops open as there's a mangled up guy with like blood coming out of his mouth and eyes, and they're bloodshot, and he's just like.
So I let go of Jenny.
Okay, so she's just sitting on it,
Screaming.
the hot plate. Oh yeah, no, she passed out now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
as
I'll
she
pull her
continues
off
to sizzle.
and try to
Okay,
keep her between me and that guy.
so you could just hold her in front of you.
I'm gonna back. It's like, is he like? So there's two exits to the line. There's the way I came in, and then there's the far end where the walk-in refrigerator and everything is.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try to back slowly away with
There's
her.
also a back exit that goes outside for smoke breaks.
Right, but I need to get off the line, which only has.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see.
Yeah.
What you mean. Yep.
So I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna try to get him to come down the line where it's a narrow corridor, and maybe
He's
he'll
coming
trip on
right
her
towards
leg.
you.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw Jenny at him and run.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a 14 to throw.
Yeah, you fucking just toss this limp lady at the guy who causes him to fall over, and then he immediately just starts fucking ripping and tearing into this lady, scratching and biting and just punching and all kinds of stuff, just super violent.
And you said there were knives on the line?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick one up and try to stab him while he's eating.
Sure. What kind of knife would you like?
The biggest one I can see immediately.
Like a butcher knife?
Yes.
Like a cleaver? Okay.
Cleaver.
Yeah. Yep. It's right there.
Feast or cleave to the back of to its head. I don't know.
Sure. I'll give you advantage since it's very distracted.
Okay.
As
good
he
thing.
rolls that,
Mhm.
I was literally minutes into buying a new dog mask.
Well, cancel the order.
Maybe he'll move on to another dog real
Yeah,
fast.
I'm going to be finding
No.
a dog. Mr. Peebers lives again.
Mr. Peeber 2.0.
Can't believe that.
Diet
fucking
Mr.
happened.
Peebers.
Literally 2 minutes into our goddamn segment,
Fucking
Peebers has a good idea of cut the Achilles.
botches and dies.
God damn it.
I got a 17.
Hold on, hold your 17. Like, we even talked about, like, yeah, Peebers is gonna
Live for the whole season.
Like,
not even a
the whole
whole
time.
season, but like
We're gonna
get
draw it
separated
out.
from
Get a
Feaster.
homeward bound.
Yeah, we're going to have a
plot
whole
going.
episode with
We
Mr.
had
Peebers.
this whole episode just fucking
just
Peebers
fucking
like
dies straight
finding
away.
his way home.
Yep.
And then just that's a 1. Great. And that was a crit 20 that I just threw. We're done. All right. What'd you get, Feaster?
17.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
And what, a D8 for a cleaver?
Yeah, it's a D8.
5 plus 2 is 7.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're going straight down, or are you going from the side?
Oh, straight down.
Straight down, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just straight down hit him right in the middle of the head, and it just and he slumps forward pretty quick as the blood rolls out and pours around the wound where you hit him with the cleaver.
Right. I'm going to
And
go.
he's just on top of the now limp and very dead Jenny.
While bringing my cleaver, I wipe it off with a kitchen towel. I'm going to go see what the hell's up with Mr. Peebers.
Okay. So when you go through the swinging door and you have this pit in your stomach that you feel like something's
wrong.
not right.
Something's wrong.
And the door opens slow and you see that Mr. Peebers' sport is split in tway
Mr. Peebers?
on the boning knife. It's not all the way through him, and he's still twitching a little bit
No.
on the boning knife, and his tongue's hanging out the one side of his head, the one that's more there, and his eyes are just rolled back in his head, and he's just dead on the floor.
Fuck.
Yeah, Mr. Peebers is no more.
I need his collar.
It's cutting bits right now. It's actually loose on the floor because it's been chopped.
I'm going to take his collar with his little jingly thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dog tag's not cut, just the collar.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
cover. It's covered in
Kneel-
blood.
Kneel down to him and give him a last pat and close his little eyeballs.
Are you petting his head?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a animal handling check.
I actually did choose a proficiency as animal handling.
Okay.
7.
Okay. So you forget that Mr. Peebers is cleaved in two, and you give him the
I'm in
normal
shock.
head scratchy, and his brains fall out of his skull because you shook too hard.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I just take
You can do all the eye stuff you want.
the-
Come
I didn't
on.
do the eye stuff this time. Didn't hit him in the eye. Went right between them.
I take his dog tag and I run back into the keg room.
Okay. Roll me a
Just
wisdom
start
check,
drinking beers.
by the way.
4.
Okay. The image of a dead Mr. Peebers will forever be stuck in your brain.
I can see
that
his,
image.
Mhm.
It's just,
you're telling me.
it's in there. Meanwhile, what are you doing, Luis? You're just on the beach in a used condom barrel at this point, basically, with a hockey
Louise
stick.
is looking for a rock
Broken
right
hockey
outside
stick.
right outside the pipe. See if she
Yeah,
can break that.
there's a rock, pretty sizable rock off to the side.
She's gonna grab it and try and break it.
Okay. Roll me strength.
16.
Yeah. So you're roll me damage of a D8.
6.
It's just enough. This lock has been a little rusted from all the water and whatnot, and you hear it clank and just pops off, and the chain goes a little bit limp as well.
I'm gonna go through and sort of wrap the chain around the door to try and like hold it as much as possible
Okay.
and keep my rock with me and my hockey
Okay.
stick.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. This tunnel is completely pitch black dark. By the way, there is no light in this water tunnel, but the water is up past your ankles, so it's a little bit of a slog. It
Okay.
doesn't smell terrible, so you're pretty sure it's not a sewage ditch. It's just basically like a water drainage ditch from anything that is on the roads. So nothing disgusting.
I'm gonna have my rock in one hand and then like stick the hockey stick like in the crook of my arm and then pull out my phone and try and find the flashlight.
Okay. Yeah, you shake your phone, flashlight comes on, and yeah, the tunnel just keeps on going.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence to see if you know anything about these tunnels, having been here for a while anyways.
That's not her strong suit.
Well, she's been a manager in McCready's for like
Yeah. So she
25
should-
years.
Yeah, you should know a little bit.
So she probably get advantage on
I'll
a
give you
history check for the
advantage.
town.
Yeah.
Advantage?
Advantage and advantage and a +2.
And a +2? Oh,
And a
sweet,
+2.
because that one's a 16, so nice.
Okay. So, yeah, you are, since all the water drains into these pipes, you know that there's probably numerous ways to get up and out as long as you can squeeze, through the drainage little area and back out on the street. Now, whether or not you want to go on the street, questionable, but you're pretty sure that since all these tunnels are connected, or these pipes are connected, that you should be able to get relatively close to the bar if that's where you're heading.
Yeah, that's where I'm definitely heading.
Okay. So yeah, you hang your first left, and then it's 2 blocks. So I won't even make you roll. I'll just say you have a pretty good understanding of where these pipes are. That you're pretty sure you know a rough idea of where this is.
Does one
Where you
come
need to
right
go.
out right underneath McCready's or no? Like the drainage part, or does he have to go up to the street?
High or low?
Hi.
No,
Okay.
it skips over it.
It's between
go to
two
the street.
drains.
Yeah, it's between 2 drains.
All right.
That's why it's such an attractive place.
And when you get to the general vicinity, you know that if you get out of this drainage ditch, like up at the top, the door is like right there. But you do hear a fair amount of commotion. It sounds like somebody's banging on doors. You still hear screaming. Sounds like stuff's on fire. Car horns, all kinds of craziness. Gunshots. You hear all kinds of stuff.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it like a manhole she's coming out of, or like
No.
the thing that it hides
Like
in?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the thing that it
Yeah.
hides in.
I'm so uncomfortable with this, but Louise is fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand there and like try and look and make sure that I can get out without causing too much of a stir.
Okay. So you pop your head up and you're just peeping out the little peeper hole. And you can see that there is like 2 of these like crazy people banging on the front door of your bar. But the doors are closed. They don't appear to even be trying to open the door. They're just banging on the doors feverishly. You don't see anybody else in the immediate vicinity, but you do see cars randomly going around and stuff like that. And you, like I said, you can still hear commotion. It sounds like it's like a street or 2 away, but nothing else right there.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl out and try and go to the back door of the bar.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
Oh no, that's not good either. That's 4.
So you actually, when you get all the way out, your foot catches, and you drop your hockey stick for a second, and it makes a clank noise from the wood hitting the ground, which catches the attention of the people who are over at the bar. They do the slow turn in your general direction, and yeah, like the red vial and green foam just out of their mouth, and they are now running towards you. Now, if you want to try and basically cut them off at the pass and get towards the back of the bar, you can do an athletics check, or you can try something else.
There's 2 of them?
There's 2 of them.
I worked in a bar a long time. I'm going to throw my rock at one of them.
Okay.
And then pick up my hockey stick.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
So, didn't your stick
Is it-
break, so it's more of like a stabby stick now?
I don't think the stick broke. It almost broke, but
Almost
I
broke.
believe her botch wasn't bad enough in the last episode for it to break.
So is it's dex to throw a rock?
Yeah.
Or, okay, that's a 12.
That actually still will hit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm ready. I'm ready. Are they coming at me?
What's the damage that you rolled?
Oh, what's the damage for a rock?
Well, if you were using it as a melee weapon, it'd be D8, but since you're tossing it, it's a D6.
Okay, sweet.
It's a big fucking rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
It's a
baseball.
4.
What'd you say?
4.
4? All right, so you hit this guy in the chest. It causes him to sort of fall backwards a little bit, but he doesn't go down. The other one is running right at you, though. So you got your stick ready to go, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing.
What? Hold on, they get an attack,
Okay.
too. Real
All
quick.
right, come at me, bro.
He botched.
Potato rides again.
So it runs, but its foot actually gets stuck in a different grate, and you hear a snapping noise as his forward momentum kept going, but the foot didn't. So you could see it sticking up out of the grate, but it snapped almost the entire way off. You see the bone sticking up out of the back. There's a little pool of blood right there, and he falls face forward and then tries to move towards you. He's a couple feet away. The other one, after stumble bumbling, is just thrown off balance by the big dent in his chest from a rock. So he runs up and swipes at you, but no luck. He misses. So what you doing?
I'm gonna run to the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna run past them now.
Mhm.
Okay. One will attack of opportunity with
But
disadvantage.
slightly around.
So what another? But they're right there in front of her.
Okay.
So, and the other one will attack and botch.
Lucky. Mr. Peeper.
So the one that had run up to you and hadn't hurt himself, while you are sort of running around him, he gets a little turned around and he steps in the sewer grate and his ankle gets stuck and snaps that one off too. So they're both on the ground with one foot after a loud cracking noise, and they're just so they're not moving particularly quick. So yeah, you could just run on by now.
Okay.
So you run to the back of the bar.
Yeah.
You don't see anybody. I mean, you can see people on the beach from here because it stretches out over, like an overlook on the beach.
She doesn't see the dog?
She's on the outside of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, she's running to the back because you had locked the front door.
Gotcha. So there were 2 at each entrance, is my confusion. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so you go to the back of the bar, and you sort of have to climb up over a little railing or whatever. But yeah, there's the door. It's locked currently. I'm assuming you as the owner has a key and you didn't give them all to fucking what's his nuts.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not the owner. I'm the manager. But yes.
Oh, you're the manager.
Feaster.
I have keys. I'm going
Okay.
in the bar.
Okay.
Mr. Peebles
So you-
used to love to give keys.
You open the door, and you notice, since this opens up into the kitchen, that there is a badly mangled dead woman. There's a large pool of blood. It smells of burning flesh. You can
Flat
still
tops
see
on.
some flesh sizzling on the flat top right now. There's also a body that looks like it had a cleaver wound in the back of its head, and you can hear some light sobbing coming from a different room.
Yeah, the
I'm
walk-in
gonna lock
keg
the door
room.
behind me and go to the office keg room wherever I hear the crying.
Okay. So you
Slowly.
go into the foyer of the restaurant, so to speak, and Mike is there huddled over. You can't see over him, but it looks like he's huddled over something, and he's crying softly to himself.
Feaster?
So I thought that I had left the dog and gone to the keg room.
Oh, okay. So I was
Oh.
basically having her come in right as you were about to leave for that.
Okay,
so.
then yeah. So I'm like turning around, wiping my hand off
Sure.
with a dog collar in the other hand.
Sure.
Oh, fuck. Am I late?
No, Feaster, I think you're good.
Mr. Peebers, he's dead.
Oh, that's it. What a shame, buddy. And she kind of like pats him on the shoulder.
I just don't know. Like he's usually I don't know, like I don't know what to do. What should I do?
Happy birthday, Peebers.
He usually I don't even know how to unpack this for you.
Is there can we go to the keg room where the beer is? I need a beer. I'm gonna get a beer.
Say that again.
Okay, you can get a beer.
Okay. So you go to the keg room, which is on the right side of this room that you were just in. Okay. So yeah, you go back there, and it's a refrigerated room, but it's just filled with kegs
and 6-packs. I hope.
And 6-packs. It's quiet. It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear anything.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna sit in the cold room and drink as many beers as I can, as fast as I can.
Okay.
My dog's dead.
Uh-huh.
I gotta.
Happy birthday.
I can hear him again.
Peebers.
Well, you sang to him last night. Do you want me to con and then roll a d6 to see how many beers, or?
Yes.
Okay. I got a 14 con and I got a 6 on my d6.
How many on your d6?
6.
Okay, so you drank it just fine. I mean, you know, you're still good from the night before, and you drank 6 beers. So you're okay. But as you're chugging these beers and sort of lamenting, and as your manager is watching you drink on the job, we're going to take a break. Hello, listeners. It is I, Dennis, the world's most okayest DM, here to talk once again about patreon.com/botchedpodcast. Now, you already know the song and dance in terms of like all the goodies you get, but you're probably wondering, who is this month's special guest? Well, it's probably a name that you aren't expecting to be on Botched, and that would be Kate the Chemist. Think female Bill Nye the Science Guy. So, children. So you're thinking, oh, this will probably be a PG-13 episode, right? Let's take a listen.
I mean, I believe he was healthy. I used to give him flaxseed oil all the time. Keep his coat nice and shiny.
His coat?
Yes. He had a beard.
Yeah, had a hair, had long flowing locks.
Was it not shiny? You said it was flowing.
It was super shiny. Surprisingly
That reminds me. Here, take some of this
colorful for his
oil.
age. What am I supposed to do with this?
You drink it.
I
Yum, yum.
drink it?
Yum yum. Out of the spoon.
She just like
Here
closes
comes
up.
the
and
catapult.
She just gives you more of a. You just throw it at her face.
No.
But she like closes up. You know, kids like they cross their arms and close their mouth and just more of even harder of a harump face at you.
Does anybody have any candy?
I have some berries from the forest.
Nice.
What kind of berries?
Blueberries, obviously.
Oh, blueberries. Oh, let's see.
Wild blueberries from Maine.
Bim,
Sure.
high or low?
Low.
Blueberries are the princess's favorite.
I knew
and
that.
She perks up a little bit when she sees the blueberries, and she's like, "Oh, are those blueberries?
So, yes, they are.
Can I have some?"
Yeah, come here.
So she gets up off the bed and walks across the room. You guys just put her.
I was gonna put her in the pillowcase.
Gotcha. Stupid kid. The blueberries work every time. I would say it's less weird than that clip, but it's not. It just gets crazier as the episodes go on. So definitely head over to patreon.com/botchedpodcast and check that out. And then also get on all your social media and give Kate the Chemist a follow, because she is a lovely human being and definitely deserves the support. All right, back to the show. And we're back. All right, so Luis, you're watching your employee literally drink the company beer in front of you while he's on duty, and it's just a mess in this place.
I'm not clocked in.
Not customer ready at all.
I don't think Louise is very worried about it being customer ready.
What?
I don't think we're gonna open today.
No, I don't think so. Feaster, we gotta figure out a way to get out of here.
I need something more from Mr. Peebers.
What?
I need him to be with me all the time, and his collar's broken.
Oh my god.
Which
like
part?
a little lucky rabbit's paw kind of thing.
Oh.
Those are usually dry. But this one's not gonna be.
Do you think the dehumidifier is working?
Not that well.
Have you ever skinned a raccoon before to make like a hat?
I can't say that I have. No.
All right. So I'll just get a to-go bag, and then we can take him with us, and we can do it later.
Oh,
I gotta bury my dog,
that's-
Louise. I've got to bury my dog.
What if we get the big bag of rice in the back and we put him in that, and then we come back for him later?
He does love rice. Whenever I get Chinese food, he'd eat the white rice.
Okay.
It's okay.
You want to put him in
Put him
dry
in a
white
rice bag. Yep. He'll dry out that way, and I can get the
Okay.
foot. He's like a phone.
Who wants to gather him up and put him into the white rice bag?
Do you got the rice, or do you got the dog, Louise?
You tell me what you need me to do. I'm already covered in whatever the hell all this is.
If you just open up the bag, I'll lay him on there.
All right.
Okay. Which so when you have to sort of like pull him off the blade a little bit because he's a little stuck. It didn't go the whole way through,
Oh,
so it kind of out, and it's just flapping the two
keeping that
pieces.
knife.
It's real limp and gross right now. So,
Mhm.
Are you just keeping one half of him? Or are you trying to keep them together and stick
No.
them in there? Like,
I want both halves. I'm just gonna carry him like draped over my forearms.
he's still warm, by the way.
Yeah, it's full
I'm
of love.
very happy.
Oh wait,
Hold on. I'm very happy to know that I'm being used like a cell phone that was fallen into water.
when you pick him up, that morning's moosh breakfast just pours out of like the stomach region and just splashes
Oh,
onto
God.
the floor.
Louise,
I'm gonna lose
maybe we could just bring the bag here. I put him down. Nope.
He's already dead. You don't have to put him down.
You jumped onto my joke.
Let's just
I didn't
let's
kill
open the
those
bag over
dogs.
top of him and put the bag on top of him.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll duct tape a PBR 6-pack container to the top of it so that we know. Mr.
It's a good
Peebers.
tribute, buddy. He would really
Yeah.
like that.
He would have.
So you're burying him in the bar
Yeah, so
under rice.
big 50-pound bag of rice,
Okay.
putting it over him, opening it up so that the rice goes all over him, and trying to like get the edges of the bag around his whatever.
Sure. Okay. And then you're putting a case of beer on top of him.
Just like a 6-pack, empty 6-pack holder of PBR on
Empty.
top of the rice
Okay.
bag, so that
Sure.
it's Peeber.
Like
PBR.
his headstone.
Yeah, it's his headstone.
Got it. Yeah. Here layeth Mr. Peebers. Got it. Okay.
Mhm. That should be a good
Luis, you
patron
do
art right
remember. Now, it's not been used for this purpose in a while because it'd be dumb to do so. But you do know that this place has an emergency generator in case somebody in here gets stuck in the middle of a hurricane and the power goes out.
Okay.
Just so you know, in case you want to
Okay.
stay in this building for any amount of time or turn something on, there is an emergency generator.
Okay. Hey, bud, do you think we should try and maybe get some news going?
He licks his tongue up in the air sometimes, saying, "Hey-o, Mr. Peebers, yeah." It's his favorite song. I
Aw.
scratch his butt when he is itchy, yeah. Mr. Peebers, gonna kiss my face.
That's
We gonna
real
lick
sweet.
it up like it's Peebers night.
So I'm gonna turn on the news now, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the news
Mr.
now.
Peepers loves the news.
So you start the generator. It makes a little bit of noise, and then the lights slowly come on in the bar, and then also you can turn on the TV, and the news is it's pretty dire, I would say, as they are saying that the virus that had broken out that they thought was just the flu, they're pretty sure it's more serious than that. Individuals who have been afflicted with the illness for a long period of time all of a sudden have taken on very violent tendencies and are just either biting, scratching, just ripping people apart, punching them, beating them. They're just out for blood, basically. So the news is going on and on about this and stating that for right now, just try to get to a shelter. They do mention that the CDC has set up a quarantine zone that they are trying to get people into as fast as possible. And that other major cities will also probably follow suit afterwards. But for right now, the CDC in Atlanta, that's the one that's basically trying to get everything under control, since that's where they were studying the virus the most. And it's currently occupied by the military. Like, it's heavily guarded. So they suggest anyone who's showing signs of infection do not come to the quarantine zone, because you will be shot on sight. It is currently under military jurisdiction. They even talk about the president has gone to his, bunker and all this stuff. So, chaos. It's total chaos right now. The newscaster himself seems pretty frazzled. And you notice during the broadcast at one point that he freaks out, and a shadow goes over the camera, and then it just cuts, and it's just fuzz. And then a few seconds later, the news broadcast starts up again with the same guy, like it's like on a loop.
Louise, can you believe that? They call it a virus, and it's a fungus. Like, they didn't even fact check that shit.
What morons.
Mm-hmm. They thought it was a virus, yep. They didn't think it was the fungus. They were like, oh, it's gotta be totally unrelated.
I mean, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should try and go? Or, I mean, we have food, technically.
Right? Okay.
Well, you don't have a bag of rice anymore.
I mean, Louise, we have talked
Do
about...
not eat me!
We've talked about... God, I just can hear his voice every time. Sorry, I'm a little... Okay, remember 5 years ago during the winter when we had the employee party? And
I thought we said we weren't going to talk about that ever again, Feaster.
No, well, I mean, look, when we talked about the zombie apocalypse, and everybody talked about the plan. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the one where we called him Fister.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. All right.
So, like, this is a good starting point. We've got knives, and there's probably a lot of dried food. We need calories, but, like, I mean, I know what I had originally said, that staying in the beer room and just drinking all the calories till they were gone was a good idea, but I don't think I can't stay here with Mr. Peepers. I can hear him.
That's real messed up, bud.
Yeah, well, he's my best friend.
So we should go.
Yeah, but we should take we need to get our stuff together. Like,
Yeah.
we need food. And
No matter where you go, you're going to hear me.
oh, Jesus, I need another beer.
You okay?
Yeah, no. Let's secure the entrances here, and we'll get as much stuff as we can. And then I've got a tent. I don't know if we need to get the tent though at my house. Like, maybe we'll be fine with hand towels. I don't know. Rice sacks.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what a tent's gonna do for us, but let's get enough stuff. Let's go.
Okay. Let's do like a gathering.
So currently in the building itself, like the front door, like the glass is cracked but not all the way broken. The guys hadn't come the whole way through. You can hear somebody scratching around the base of the door, but you're not sure what that is all about. And you can hear some like grumbly moany, and but it's outside and it sounds like it's very low to the ground. So not sure what that's about.
I'm
You
might
don't
know. I might know a thing or
see-
two about what that is.
You don't see any other of those things out there. I mean, like I said, the sounds of commotion are still constant, but nothing right outside your door. Nothing's trying to break in or anything like that at the moment.
Oh, so there's the two that are still at the front. So can I go up to the second floor, to the balcony above them, and throw some pool cues at them? Maybe.
You're going to throw pool cues
Not
out
cue,
the
sorry.
window.
Pool, like the pool balls. The
Okay.
balcony over
Yeah,
top
no.
the entrance. And try to hit him in the brain. Or maybe one of those big potted plants that's up there.
Sure, yeah, go out on the balcony and throw stuff at the creatures. Yeah, you can do it.
Louise, you think that's a good idea?
I mean, I really don't actually think that's a good idea, but you
Well, I'm
do
on the
what you
clock.
need
You're
to
the
do
boss.
to heal, right?
I mean, I feel like they're going to get in, and we don't want them in.
That's why we should go.
Okay. Let's just get stuff and go.
Yeah.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
Oof. All right, let's get stuff.
Louise is starting to get really weirded out by the fact that Jeff keeps getting like distracted.
Mike, my name's Mike. I've worked
Or,
for
I mean,
you
Mike, sorry.
for a decade.
Whoops.
Okay. So, like, you want to try and like fashion yourselves up some backpacks to like load up on food. So you're not staying here. You are staying here.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's some employee backpacks that were left in the office that we can just use.
Michael,
lost and
don't
found
forget about...
Yeah.
There's some
Michael,
backpacks.
you have a bug-out bag at home.
I
Don't
do.
forget about that.
I know I have a bug out bag at home, but it might be too dangerous. Ghost of
Okay.
Peebers. Let's get all the dried food that we can. That it's dense in calories, like fucking peanut butter, and Mr. Peebers love peanut butter.
That is my favorite. The Skippy
Chocolate.
Natural.
Chocolate chips are really heavy in calories. The
Okay.
baking chocolate. So it's,
Yeah.
Then we need
Dip
some,
my bloody collar in the peanut butter and maybe I'll taste it again.
nuts. All the nuts that we can carry. Chocolate, peanut butter, dried
Sure.
nuts.
Okay.
Let's get all fill bag with that, and we need someone to carry water too.
Okay. How many bags each are you taking?
As
I'm
two,
imagining a backpack
yeah, that's
and
like
maybe
Yeah.
some duffel bags.
a backpack and a duffel bag each,
Okay.
but as much like dried food, so it's not like super heavy, and like one frying pan, so that we can put it on a fire or something. Like if there's a cast iron, it
And
also
I grabbed
doubles
the
as a
actual
weapon,
first aid kit from under the bar.
which is well
Sounds
stocked.
good. How much? How many pounds of dry food do you want to take with you?
Like
A hell
not
of a
enough to become encumbered.
Yeah.
Okay.
not
Let's
so much
say
that I can't go my full speed.
20 or 30 pounds each.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that's great.
Well, maybe like 20 pounds of dried food and 10 pounds of water each, if that's
Sure.
if 30 pounds are target.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go for that.
Because
So
these
you don't
backpacks
have-
totally have like camelbacks in them, right? We could fill up the 3-liter pouches.
No.
Oh, that's my one at home. Shit.
Yeah, that's when you're home. These are
you
cheap.
gotta use what we got.
You gotta carry one of those
Gotta
big
do what
ass
we got.
bottles with a handle.
Yep.
But it's got a bendy straw in it though, so that's not,
Nice.
that's something
Nice.
for you.
Well, we got what we got,
Yeah.
and I have one cast iron pan
Yes.
and a
you do.
flipper, a flop turner, if you will.
And you're taking the cleaver. Or are you taking any other weapons that are in the bar?
The cleaver and Mr. Peeber's knife.
Oh, okay. You want to get the Mr. Peeber's knife.
He will
It's
have
still
revenge.
sticking in the floor and still got blood on it. And
He will
little
have
bits of
revenge in this
Peeber.
life or the next.
When he goes to grab Mr. Peeper's knife, Louise is like, hey, what happened here exactly, by the way, since I didn't ask?
Louise, I don't know. I was helping Jenny, and when I came back out, I assumed that thing that I cleaved did it.
Okay.
The blade of Peepers.
The Peebering
Endowed
knife.
with his soul.
That's right.
It talks to me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tie the half of the dog collar with the dog tag to the knife, the boning knife,
Okay.
and head on our merry way.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it feels super creepy, but you got it. So are you going out the front door, or how are you guys leaving this building?
So there's two at the front door, right?
At the ground on the front door, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Louise, you said you took care of the back boys?
There was never anybody at the back door.
Yeah.
Louise, you're my manager. I'm going with you.
The back door was clear when I came in, so we can pop it open and look.
And then where
Best-
where are we going from there?
I think
Into
we gotta
the
go
ocean? The marina?
Well, probably not. Probably not into the ocean, unless you think maybe we can find a boat. Do you think
A
we
boat?
can find a boat?
I bet a boat is a good idea, and we should try to find a boat, because then we can just hug the coast until we get to Atlanta with CDC. Is that what that was a TV box said?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. So when you guys go out the back, you know that the marina is not too far away, probably about a mile away, and you can see it. But you also see that on the beach there are a number of these like very violent psychopaths running around in between. But you do see the boats in the distance. So you're going to see probably about at least a dozen people running around on the beach, all violent. At that point, we're going to switch over to our last person, the bus driver, old Sal Carpasi. As we left off, you got a gun out, and an old man has a whole mouthful of another old person in there as it's just ripping and tearing through the back of your bus. Okay, roll to attack.
It's a 20.
Oh yeah, it's going to hit very easily.
I do 7 damage to him.
Yeah, so you fire, you hit him in the chest, and you can see it puts a big hole in the chest. He stumbles backwards a little bit, and but it's not, he doesn't go down.
He stumbles back?
He stumbles backwards a little bit.
I'm going to try to kick him to the floor.
Okay, so you run up and you kick. You go to kick him. All right, give me a strength check.
15?
So you kick him, but he's a lot sturdier than you would think he would be for an old man. And you kick him, and it's not that it feels solid. It's just like it feels like it absorbs a little bit of the shock, and he doesn't go down. And he just continues to snarl at you, milky eyes and all.
How close is he to me?
Oh, well, you just kicked him, so he's very close.
Like a foot, like
3 feet.
I'm gonna drive my my knife into his brains.
Okay, roll to attack.
What, he gets 3 attacks before this thing does anything?
Yeah, it's a fair point. He's gonna attack you once. Oh, okay. So he is going to scratch you. He's gonna come at you.
Do I need all 3 characters to die tonight?
He's not gonna die from a scratch. You take 5 damage.
Oh, goddamn!
As he scratches you across the chest region. Goes through your bus driver uniform. You can feel his gross old finger bones just into the skin, breaking the flesh.
Apparently ate a lot of calcium.
Yeah.
Does from inside the convenience store?
You heard a gunshot.
Oh shit! I guess I'll stop waiting for service at the counter. Worst.
The guy at the counter. Well, so yeah, you don't see anybody at the counter right now.
I'm just gonna grab like a carton of cigarettes and run out to the bus.
Okay. Yeah. So you run out. It looks as though there's some sort of commotion. You see Sal try and kick some old man. Then you see the old man scratching at him. So there's Mildred's just wandering around the parking lot.
Mildred, what's going on?
Taking pills.
She's taking her pills.
But Mildred also hears a gunshot, so...
Mildred, here, I got you this. I gave her the carton of lights.
Great, so she's just like,
Okay.
Oh, God. And starts walking back toward the bus.
Okay, so you guys just head... All right, so you're heading back to the bus. Okay. You notice that there's quite the commotion on the bus between Sal and some old man. And there's also a lot of dead bodies and blood everywhere.
Oh,
Get
shit.
behind the line! I said get behind the line!
Sal, do you want me to take the shot?
If you've got the shot, fucking take it! Don't ask twice!
All right. Here I go. Hold him still.
Botched.
Got a 12.
All right, so you fire a shot, but because Sal and the creature, or whatever this fucking thing is, are so close to one another, you try and judge it a little bit to miss Sal, and you just miss entirely.
I guess I didn't have the shot, Sal.
So yeah, so you just hear the bullet go off and hit the back of the bus. Ting!
Millie's lumbering up the bus steps and sets the beer down and is like, give me that thing. I used to shoot skeet.
I'm sure you did. You
All right.
old broad.
All right, lady.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. Take a shot.
Oh, boy.
The old lady on pills.
She
try to
got an
fire
18
my
on the
rifle.
die. Millie's here to kill.
Apparently.
Those pills
Killy
sharpen
Manilli.
her senses.
Now, there you go. Millie, you fire off a shot, and you are like just pinpoint accuracy. It goes like Sal's earlobes are a bit big and dangly. It actually goes through the space between his head and the earlobe and hits this. What did you roll for damage, by the way?
What?
For an
what's it?
AR?
Yeah.
An AR, I would probably put it at since it can fire quicker, I would say a D10.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, you blow a hole in the thing's head and it goes down. Just flies right between the earlobe and the head of old Sal and takes this thing out.
Aren't
No.
those
Feels
awesome,
like the
Millie?
good old days.
Jesus.
Oh, my God. Oh, if I was a man, I'd have the most raging boner right now.
I've got
I
Oh,
do.
no, never mind.
Got a feel boner.
I got nothing.
Sal, how many more people are on this bus?
23.
So it looks like the ones that are not dead, and nobody woke up, by the way, with all the gunshots. They're still asleep. It looks
They're all
like there
on
are
Ambien.
only 10 still definitely alive. Some of the ones covered in blood might still be alive. You'd have to thoroughly investigate the carnage to see what's what, but
So I
And
think-
where is the bus?
at the gas station.
Great. Is there another
In Carolina?
In North Carolina
Is
at
there another
6 a.m.
bus here fueling up?
Or maybe one in the gas station across the street?
There was, but they had already gone. Like, when the shooting started, everybody fled.
I say we catch him. I say we catch him, Sal.
You do hear in the distance sirens, though.
Damn it.
Like, they're far away,
Are there
but
are there any cars in the parking lot? Maybe.
yeah, there's some cars.
I'm gonna look out to see if there's any cars that are visibly abandoned, but that might have keys or running.
Sure.
Investigate with a 16.
Yeah, there's a couple cars that still have keys in them.
Sal, there's
There's a minivan,
Yep.
a Ford F-150 pickup truck, and then a Mazda Miata, but one from the 90s.
Sal. I got 3 cars. I describe them to him.
That minivan's the only thing worth taking.
All right, I'm in Millie's van. Let's go.
What? Are we here? Are we in
I
Florida?
can take 6. Right?
Yeah, technically it's gonna be a tight fit, but yeah, you could take 6.
What do you mean
Ow.
tight fit?
It's a minivan.
Driver, passenger, behind driver,
Oh, you-
behind passenger, bench seat in the back.
When I said take 6, I meant for it to be a tight fit. I meant other than Eric and Mildred. 6 in addition to them would
6
be a
total.
tight fit. 6 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, it would be a normal fit.
I mean, there's just 4 of us by my count. As far as they're in this conspiracy of we didn't kill a guy.
What?
Al, you did great. You're a war hero.
All right, so Millie,
I had the most
Yeah.
vivid dream of World War II.
Al, commandeer that minivan real quick.
What? We're on a bus.
All right, I knock him
Shotgun.
back out.
Oh.
And I'm gonna inform I need 2 other. I'm gonna need 2 other volunteers. Real quick. Who's
Hey,
Are you my son-in-law?
not you?
I'm willing and able. I can lift a vase.
All right, I'll take him.
I've changed. I need my diaper changed.
Nope, not you.
It's red.
Nah.
I'm sitting in a
My
red
name
puddle.
is Red.
Millie, find someone.
I mean, are we
Nope.
just gonna like
All
throw
right,
them at people? What are we
pluck
doing here?
one. I pluck one randomly out.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm saving your gosh darn lives.
What are you talking about?
Shut up and listen to me if you want to live.
Oh! I want
And
to
then-
die.
I
That's
leave-
why I'm going to Florida.
All right, that's why. All right, fine. I leave him inside the bus, and I close the door from the outside,
Okay.
leaving us one spot for a survivor along the way.
Sure. So you just get a minivan and you take it. And you can see the lights coming down the road from the
Yep. And we're
You
just
know,
gonna nonchalantly.
Pull
pull out
out.
on the highway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you pull out on the highway. Sal, you are all scratched up. Your chest is bleeding currently. Just so you know.
It's fine.
So
I've
I got
been in
one
worse.
canteen left of horse paste. You want it?
Rub it on. You see green? Give me cream.
Oh god.
You see red.
He's
You smear
colorblind.
that bucket of horse cream into that wound, and it stings a lot. Like a lot.
Oh God! I think I'm sterile now.
But yeah, so after a few moments, it crusts over, and it feels like it may have sealed up your wound a little bit. So that's something.
Eric the Great. That's your names now.
Hells yeah, brother. Millie, you still got that gun?
Yeah, bro.
You know it, buddy. You know it.
All right, I'll
So
just,
there's
keep
just-
my handgun then. You can have
So-
the AR.
So there's just two other old people in the back that are like completely confused as to what's happening
Well,
right
it's
now.
Al.
Yeah, well, he's asleep.
And the other guy said he could lift a vase.
No, I kept him inside.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah.
a random lady.
Okay.
Hey,
Where are we going?
to your grandsons.
Oh! She's just staring, like, at you in the rearview mirror, not saying anything, mouth
Yeah,
again.
that's fine.
Yeah. You're not 100% she's still breathing, but
no,
she's staring.
I feel like I gotta feed these guys soon anyway.
Okay. So, yeah, you continue to drive south. As you're driving down the highway, wounded and...
I want to find a Denny's or somewhere that we can, like a Perkins. I know that the Waffle House didn't do us well, but like, I feel that we'll be better at like
ain't
a
going back to
Perkins
Waffle House.
or a Denny's.
Sure,
I really could go for a fucking grand slam right now.
high or low.
Hi.
There is a Perkins next to a Denny's.
Oh,
And,
I want a country fried
and
steak.
on top of that, there's a sign in between that says, buy one, get one half off special. Go to one of the stores, get the other one half off by going to the other. So, boom.
We're going to Denny's so I can get that ham over my hammies or eggs over my
Moon
hammies.
over my
You
hammies.
can get the, what was it, the American breakfast?
It's the American Grand Slams.
Yeah. What's it
Mhm.
taste like? Freedom.
Oh, well, it tastes great.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue pancakes.
I want Denny's now.
Okay. So, you guys eventually, in like 30 or 40 minutes, you spot a Denny's and decide it's breakfast time. The sun
Fuck
has come
yeah.
up. You go in there. You don't go in there.
No, I'm just saying. You go to Denny's knowing that you're having Denny's.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be there.
I don't remember ever the last time I've been to Denny's.
Well,
so.
that's good. Good on you, boy.
Just like shitting my pants. I don't remember that last time that happened either. So definitely not as an adult. But, okay. So you guys go to Denny's.
Yeah.
And you notice
The moon
that
has gone down and the sun has come up, and long ago the bodies were left on the bus.
It's a good joke. I wish it didn't fucking...
when you guys pull into the Denny's parking lot, you notice that there are quite a few angry customers trying to bang their way into the Denny's. And there are a bunch of very rude employees keeping them out of said Denny's. Because obviously they're hungry and want to come in. And as you see this affront to the service industry, that's what we're going to call it. So thanks so much for tuning in. check us out next time.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch at Botched Podcast. This episode of Botched was brought to you by the Patreon producers, His Lord of Majesty, Big Jim, Quarter Pounder, and Steve, the Nuck, Big John, Lord Crawdick,
Are you starting that Prince song?
God King Shanda Panda.
Praise her.
Praise her. Praise her to tell. B-Mail, Zuchari, Gamers Galaxy, Disgruntled Furniture, and Snuggler Supreme. If you have a moment, head on over to iTunes and leave... If you have the dollars and want to support us, you can do so over at patreon.com/botchpodcast. Like our newest patron, Fables Society. Thank you for your monies.
Mr. Peebers loves you.
If you have a moment, head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. It would be greatly appreciated. We salute you, Spooks the Tuna. You are this episode's Lone Survivor. Thank you to Goza for their intro and outro music. More of them over at tiny.cc/Goza, all underscore. Thank you to a swan named Emily for our album art. You can follow her over at a swan named Emily on all social medias. And as always,
as you try to put the pieces of your broken dog back together because it killed itself on a boning knife, scream Botched, and we'll have condolences for you.
I guess that this is the time that I would tell you that we would see you next week, nerds. But since I am no longer alive, I don't know the next time I will see you.
Botched Podcast is proudly part of the Giant Size Team Up Network. You can support Dennis's new comic book projects over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. And you can support Phil's streaming projects over at patreon.com/imaginarynomad.